If you're searching for a 360-degree laser level on Amazon, one that's not going to break the bank completely, you've likely come across the Firecore F95T-4G. But there are some things that you will want to know about this laser level before you make your purchase, and I'm going to walk you through all of those details in this video, beginning now. Like many other laser levels on the market, this Firecore comes in a hard plastic carrying case, which is very nice. Inside the carrying case, you can expect to receive the following. It comes with the laser level itself that has a nice form-fitted foam padded section in the case. It comes with a lifting base, as many do. You'll also receive a charging block and a USB-C cable that attaches to the charging block and to the battery. I'll get there in a minute. Also, you receive a wireless remote control, which is kind of cool, and I'll break that down in a second. This laser level has 4 different lasers, most of which you can control independently, and here's what I mean by that. To turn the lasers on, you just slide the slider like a typical laser level. It starts with your top horizontal laser. There's a VH button on the side that gives you the ability to control each one. As I press it, it cycles through the lasers. Now it's running the bottom horizontal. Now it's running the front vertical, and if I press it again, it actually turns on the second vertical. So I can't run that side vertical by itself, but the front I can. In order to turn them all on, I cycle again to get my top horizontal back on, and again to get my bottom. So I get all 4 lasers running with 16 lines of coverage all the way around the room, which is very nice if you need that amount of lines. One feature that I find very nice on this laser level is the LCD display on the front. As I cycle through the lasers, you can see that it's running horizontal 1, 2, vertical 1 and 2, vertical 1 and 2, and horizontal 1, and then horizontal 2. So I can see what's running. But it comes with something kind of slick that not a lot of laser levels do. This laser level also comes with a remote control that has a slider to protect the buttons on the top. And as I press those buttons, it will change those lines. So if I press the up button, it will go back and start to cycle through my top, my bottom, my front and side, my front side top, front side bottom. Very nice. And you can press the down button to cycle backwards. So you don't have to actually go through the entire cycle with just one button. You can move backwards and forwards through the sequence. As many other laser levels do, this one gives you the ability to cycle through the brightness, and it has 3 different brightness levels. There's a brightness control button right on the front of the level that gives you this ability to cycle through. So I'm at my top brightness now. If I hit it again, I go to the middle, and if I hit it again, I go to the lowest level. Hit it again, right back to high. So you have that control for all 4 lasers as well. This is a self-leveling laser level, so when you set it up, it's going to level itself within about 3 seconds according to Firecore. I found it takes around 3 to 5 seconds, no major issue, but just something to know. When it comes out of level tolerance, which is about a 4-degree difference, you'll notice the lasers start to blink. This is pretty typical of most laser levels. It does not give an audible alarm though, it's just that visual blink. Firecore rates the lasers at 98 feet from a performance perspective, which is pretty standard from what I've found with many other laser levels. If you enter into burst mode, which you can do using the button where you control your vertical and your horizontal just by holding it down, that can extend you out to 197 feet. To do that with this Firecore, you will need their FD30 receiver in order to do that. It's not really tough to use once you get it set up. Once it comes within level, you will hear that baby beep and you know that it's catching the line straight off of the level. The overall design is one that integrates the bracket right onto the level itself. It has magnets on the back, so if you need to stick it to a magnetic surface in order to use it, you can do that. It also has a couple of different threading options on the bottom so that you can mount on various different types of tripods. One thing I like about the integrated bracket design is some of the fine tuning that you can do. Once I mount this, if I need to slightly turn my vertical line, I can do that by using the knob on the side of the level to fine-tune wherever I need it to be for whatever project I'm working on. The overall design of this laser level is pretty decent. It's not the most sturdy feeling design that I've ever tested, but it's not to say that it's cheap or anything even remotely close to that. It's definitely a solid construction. It has an IP54 rating, which means that it is water and dust proof, which is something that for a tool like this is very important to me. Also, One other thing that's very important to me is the ability to drop this without it breaking. Firecore states that you can drop this up to 3.3 feet without it breaking. More on that in a minute. Now, regarding the battery, it is an external battery design. I am actually not a fan of this. I prefer to have my batteries integrated internally inside the laser level. However, it is very easy to slide off and slide on. Now, this only comes with one battery, and there's a couple of things that you will want to know about that. Firecore states that it takes 4 hours to charge this battery, and I can tell you very confidently that it took significantly longer than 4 hours to charge this battery. However, once fully charged, I saw some interesting performance. Firecore rates this battery for up to 10 hours, but in my test, it actually went 11 hours and 45 minutes. That is almost a full 12 hours on one battery. That's awesome, but it is only one battery. Now, you can plug the charger straight into the battery in order to run the laser level if you need to when it's dead, but you're gonna have to have extension cords and all that other stuff to make that work. Personally, I'd prefer to just have a second battery. As like any other good laser level, you can leave the pendulums locked and take it out of self-leveling mode and turn on whatever lasers you need to so that you can use this as a reference point. So if you need to install something like a handrail verter on a horizontal, you can do that without having this thing blink nonstop telling you that you're out of level. And now for the fun part. Can this handle a drop from 3.5 feet without breaking? The answer is a resounding yes, and I'm doing this from more than 3.5 feet in the air. The only thing that happens is the battery pops out, which being an external battery, I would actually expect to happen. Now, while I am not a fan of the fact that I only get one battery, and it is an external battery, which I don't really like too much, and this is also not the most solid construction I've ever tested, this Firecore laser level is a solid laser level. It's absolutely one that you should consider if it has the features that you're looking for. But maybe you're still trying to figure out what other laser levels there are on Amazon that you can afford. And for more information on that, click or tap on this video. And until the next time, keep doing it yourself.